I'm Nancy Showalter, and you're listening to Spirituality for the Politically Incorrect podcast. Welcome, all radical paradigm shifters and creative change makers. You who dare to create a better life and a better world. Tap into the power that resides within you and use that power for constructive change. Hello, and welcome to our final episode on the 7 chakras. We find that we are now to the Crown Chakra. Just as a review, starting at the base of the spine, the chakra of the Divine Mother, we move to the seat of the Soul Chakra, the Solar Plexus Chakra, the Heart Chakra, the Throat Chakra, the third eye, and then at the very crown, we have at the top of our head the Crown Chakra. Now, keeping in mind, chakras are spiritual energies and force fields where they are like the step-down transformers from the light and power from our I Am presence, which is extremely powerful. It gives us life. It is our life force. It keeps us alive. So the chakras are these spinning wheels that step down that energy so that we can function in the physical world in a physical body. So it's in the crown that we are destined to focus the consciousness of God. The crown chakra is called the Thousand-Petaled Lotus. You probably have heard that term if you've looked into Eastern religions or terminologies at all. It's a golden yellow, as you can see in the picture, and it has 972 petals, very detailed frequencies that are in this crown chakra. So the goal of mastery in time and space is the flowering or the opening of this crown, and that occurs when the energies of our being, once perfected, rise for the expansion and that unfolding of the petals of that divine wisdom. Now, when we attain to that crown consciousness, true wisdom is known, not just knowledge, but true wisdom, true enlightenment, and that enlightenment that the Buddha and the Christ that comes with that golden yellow fire on the crown, that's the experience of knowing all things without being tutored or taught. And our awareness, once this crown chakra is fully open and the mother light is raised from the base of the spine up through all the chakras to unite with the Father, you have the union of the Father, Mother, God, and the Christic consciousness. When that happens, our awareness then includes that which is contained in the mind of God. So is this not a worthy goal for those of us on a spiritual path to work to achieve the transmutation of energies, the density in the chakras that would keep them from spinning and keep that energy from rising, the mother light to the Father, the crown chakra, for spiritual enlightenment? I know when I was younger and starting on a spiritual path, quite young actually, in a conscious spiritual path, I remember attending a seminar, and they were asking what our life goals were. And I was young, but I had this tremendous goal of total spiritual enlightenment. That's what I wanted in this life. That's my goal. And I remember the instructor in that seminar, or the leader, whatever, was saying, well, let's think of goals that are realistic and achievable. And I thought, well, it is achievable. Others have done it, so why can't we do it? So that total spiritual enlightenment is a magnificent goal in this life, but it does take the raising of our energies and directing our energies to higher purposes, higher causes. and not having our energy just filtered off by all kinds of mundane things of the seven chakras where we can do that. And the other thing too is as we misuse energy and just different karmic patterns that we might have, our seven chakras can become dense and they aren't spinning. They have like a substance within them. And this can reflect into our aura. And we we don't have that free flow of energy going through the seven chakras, that figure eight flow freely flowing between here below and that above from our I am presence. So it's very important that we work to purify our chakras. And this can be done with the violet flame, decrees, mantras, prayers, visualizations, meditation, and different mantras and techniques that have been offered through meditation and such. One of the most powerful mantras was given by Jesus for raising of the mother light to the crown chakra. And that is, I am the resurrection and the life. Those are very, very powerful words. I am the resurrection and the life. And you can use this mantra with just about anything. I am the resurrection and the life of my finances. I am the resurrection and the life of my health. I am the resurrection and the life of my relationship, my marriage, or my child, or whatever. It's a very, very powerful mantra that Jesus gave us. He gave a lot of I am mantras that we too can be saying and invoking. So I am the resurrection and the life. This is a powerful mantra for raising those energies, for resurrecting the true purpose and the purity of each of our chakras. Look at all of the I am statements that Jesus gave. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Many, many I am statements that we can use. And remember, we are then calling on the presence of God within us to create that condition in the physical world. So our words again are very powerful, releasing these statements. You can speak your truth, you can speak your goals into manifestation, and through visualizing, through imagining, stepping into that, using the heart chakra where you literally step into that dream or that goal. And it's the three chakras, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra for precipitation, for manifestation. So back to the crown chakra. This is the achievement of divine wisdom, of all knowledge, and our whole being is transfigured, transformed once there is this raising of the light, the Mother Kundalini, and union with the Father. Just as it was for Jesus, Gautama Buddha, and many, many other saints. These initiations that they went through and demonstrated for us, east and west, and all around this planet, are meant for us also to achieve. We will go through the initiations and the tests, and whether we achieve those same victories, but that was the record that they left for us, that what one man can do, all men can do. So there is no hesitation, or should be no hesitation, with walking a spiritual path and achieving total spiritual enlightenment. And still being in the world, like Jesus said, in the world, but not of the world. And we can be of another world and still walk in this physical dimension, still have a normal life, still have a job, a family, have fun, enjoy life. All of these things can still be there while we're walking the spiritual path. And it's very important that we don't forget that. You don't need to be a hermit sitting in a cave meditating, or even a priest or a monk or a nun in a convent or a monastery. You can live a full, rich, abundant, joyful life and work on balancing your karma, purifying your chakras, raising the light for full enlightenment and have your victory, the ascension, the reunion permanently with the I Am Presence at the end of this lifetime. Saint Germain has said it is possible, and when we use the violet flame, we can transmute substance that's clogging our chakras, substance and records and karma. It's a magnificent dispensation, and I'm going to post a link to some mantras that you can use on a daily basis that really covers a very wide range of things. And you can look on YouTube. There are many, many recordings of mantras and decrees, slower paced and faster paced. And you might ask, well, why in the world would anyone be decreeing so fast? Well, because the more you purify and accelerate your vibration, your atoms, your cells, your electrons, they just vibrate and move faster. And that's a natural acceleration of the mantra. So very, very powerful keys that we can use in this time. We can call for the protection decrees. Each of the 7 chakras associated with the 7 different rays of God consciousness, and each have angels, archangels, masters associated with these rays, and we can invoke these frequencies for various aspects of fulfillment in our life, whether it be the green ray for healing and abundance and manifestation, or the golden ray of the Crown Chakra for illumination, understanding, knowledge, clarity in our brains, and toward purification of our physical brains. And the violet flame, of course, for transmuting any and all energy that is less than that Christ consciousness that we are in our true divine self. So these are the 7 chakras. These are the ones that produce our aura, these energies, so that people who do see auras, or the Kirlian photography captures one layer of the aura, where it simply shows just the changing of our thoughts and the energy that swirls around us in relation to our thoughts and feelings. So I hope you have enjoyed and learned through the series on the 7 chakras. You can go back and review them if you've not heard them all. This is just a beginning cursory introduction to the 7 chakras. One of the books that I really like is Dwal Kul, Intermediate Studies of the Human Aura. This is by Mark and Elizabeth Prophet. It goes into a tremendous amount of detail and depth on the human aura. And that's actually the second book. There is a Studies of the Human Aura also. So there's a 2-volume series. You may enjoy reading further and learning further all about the 7 chakras and the human aura. I will see you next week, and until then, keep an open mind, a generous heart, and a powerful spirit. Thank you for being with me today, and if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, download, and comment. I'd love to hear from you, and your support is much appreciated. And don't forget, go to nancyshowalter.com to get your free electronic copy of my book, It's Okay to Be Rich, The Entrepreneur's Guide to Increased Wealth and Personal Mastery, endorsed by T. Harv Eker, and my free mini course, How to Speak Your Success, the shocking truth of how your words impact achieving your goals. I'll see you next week.